Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Hands by Shay. So in today's tutorial I will be showing you how to make a simple easy granny square top. So these are my squares that I previously made, and this is what they look like. I will show you exactly how to make this. It is quite simple. If you know how to do a granny square, then you won't have an issue. If you're a beginner person, you should be able to make one on your own. So you can use any color of your choice. These are the colors that I chose, and this is the yarn that I will be using, and this is the Lion brand coboo, and this color is mauve. I am using bernat softee cotton, and this one is in the color fuchsia, and these are all size 3 yarn, you can see here, and I have the black also in the coboo. So you will need your darning needle, you will need scissors, and you will also need your crochet hook, which I am using a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you will love this tutorial and you will be able to make one of your own. To my regular viewers and subscribers, thank you so much guys for always being here. So let's jump into guys. I just wanted to do my measurements so you can see how big this square is. So this is measuring 8 inches wide, and we will be turning these in diamond shapes. So you will do your measurement from this way. If you go this way, like to the side, it will show you exactly like 6 inches, and that would be for all the sides. So I am doing this for a bust circumference of 38 inches. So if you want yours to be smaller, all you have to do is do probably a row less or 2, depending on how small you want it to be. So I am just going to go ahead and start showing you how to do so. So again, if you're new to granny square, I am just going to quickly show you how to do that. I do have a tutorial though on how to do it. There's so many different ways on how to start your granny square. You will start it by making a magic ring. You can make your magic ring however comfortable. So let me just do this again. This is how I make mine, and you will just insert your hook just like this, and you will chain up 3, and that chain 3 is going to count as your first double crochet. So now that I have my chain 3 there, I am going to go back into the ring and I'm going to place 3 more double crochets. So that's 2 and 3. So that's a cluster of 3 there. You're going to chain 2, go back into the ring, and you're going to do another cluster of 3. So you're going to do a total of 4 clusters of 3. And that is going to followed by a chain 2 space. So that's 3 again, and then you're going to place 2 chains. So continue to do this until you have 4 clusters, and I'll see you at the end. Guys, and now I have come to the end here, and I'm just going to place my 2 chains, and then I'm going to pull on my tail end to close the center up. Now we are going to slip stitch on top of our first double crochet. Okay, so now that I have done so, we are now going to chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that is going to count as your first double crochet. You're going to turn and you're going to place 2 more double crochets, and that completes that cluster. You're going to chain up 2, and you're going to go back into the same space, and you're going to place another set of cluster. So you're placing 3 double crochets there. Okay, so now that you finish your cluster there, you can add a chain 1, but you don't have to. You can go over to the next space, and you are going to make another corner. So that's 3 double crochet, chain 2, followed by 3 more double crochet in the same space. So you'll just repeat that all the way around, and I will see you at the end. Let me just finish this. So there it is. So a corner, then a corner. So you're doing a corner in each chain 2 space. I'll see you at the end here. Guys, and now I have come to the end of making my square, and I'm just going to fasten off here. So make sure that you have a little tail end, and this is how I am going to finish off my square for the black. So I am going to go over into the second double crochet, and you're going to go through both loops, and you're going to join your square together. So this stitch that is here, this stitch, you're going to actually make back that stitch by doing this. So you're going through the back loop and downward, and then you're going to take your time and pull, and there it is, nice and easy. And then you're just going to go ahead and weave in the remainder tail end. I like to weave in my tail end as I actually go along working. So take your time when you're doing this. Okay, so now I'm going to fasten off. Okay, so that's the little tiny square completed. So now I am going to move on to the mauve color. And because we finished off here, we are going to turn our work, and we're going to start in any one of the corners. So I'm going to start here. So attach your yarn, and this is how you're going to do it all the time when you're making your squares. Give it a tie. Once you have done so, you are going to go ahead and chain 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to yarn over, and you're going to go back in that space, and you're going to make 2 more double crochets. And that's going to be the first part of your corner. You're going to yarn over where you have this invisible space. I'm going to call it the invisible space because we did not chain 1. So where you have this space here, you're going to place 3 double crochets. And the reason why I didn't chain 1, I wanted to have the clusters a bit more closely fitted, opposed to be more open. Now you're going to go in your corner, and you're going to make a corner. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, followed by 3 more double crochets. 1 and 2 and 3. Go in your next space here, and you're going to do a cluster. And you're just going to repeat this all the way around. Once you get to the end, I will meet you back there. So guys, now I've come to the end, and I'm just going to place my last cluster here of 3 to complete our corner. So that's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1, 2, and we're going to slip stitch on top of our chain of 3. And that completes row 3. Now moving forward, you're going to chain 1, 2, and 3. You're going to turn your work, and because this is my last row of this color, I am just going to complete the corner instead of just doing 1 cluster. So that's 3, chain 2, go back into the same space, and you're going to make another cluster of 3 double crochets. So that's corner is now completed. Now you're going to yarn over and go into the next space, and you're going to do another set of 3 clusters, going to the next space, and another set of 3 cluster. So you're going to repeat this all the way around until you get back to the end. So where you have a corner, you will place a corner, and where you have the spaces, you will do the cluster of just 3 double crochet. So now when you get back to here, just as I showed you how to do it with the black there, when you get back to here, you will just pull from, cut off your yarn and make sure that you have a little tail end, and you will just repeat the same thing as I did when I was showing you how to do it with the black. To close off, you will insert your needle into both loops here on this side and then into the back loop, and then continue to weave in the remainder tail end, and then you will just reattach your next color in any one of the corners. So feel free to rewind the video if you don't remember what to do, and then you can just finish your square. So I'm just going to continue doing this all the way until I get to the end, and I will see you there. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to go ahead and fasten off, pull through, get my needle, and just as I showed you before, we're just going to basically do the same. So we're going to go into both loops on the second double crochet, take your time and pull through, and then in the back loop on the other side. And that completes our square. So I don't want to weave it in on the right side here, so I'm just going to kind of go back into the back part, take my time, scribble down through, and weave in that tail end. Fasten off, and there's it. So I still have one left, so I can weave that in afterwards. So this is our square. So I'm just gonna show you how to lay out your. So you're gonna place 2 to the side just like this, and you're gonna place 1 here, and then you're gonna place the other one here. So this is what it looks like. This is gonna be the center part of the top. And what you're gonna do is, I'm just gonna pull it around just like this, just a little bit. So you are going to start, make sure that they are all on the wrong side. You're gonna start attaching your yarn from here, and we're gonna sew down. We're gonna do I think I'm probably gonna do some slip stitches or some single crochet. You can either do either one of them. So you will come down from here, then you'll go up, then you come down, and then you'll go across here. So I am just gonna pinch these 2, and then I will reattach my yarn together. I'm just have a little longer tail end. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I'm just give it a tie again. So we're gonna go back into that space there and place a single crochet. So into our chain 2 space. And now you are just gonna go into both loops and slip stitch. So I'm gonna do slip stitches. So you're going through the stitches on both sides, and slip stitching. And this is what it's going to look like on the wrong side, and this is what it's going to look like on the right side. So I'm gonna go ahead, continue slip stitching until I get to here, and I'll meet you back. Now I have come to the end and I slip stitch into our chain 2 space. And now we're gonna grab our next square, and we are just gonna go ahead and we're gonna go back into let me just come out of it. So we're gonna grab this one here and the other one, and we're gonna slip stitch, and we're gonna go back again, and we're gonna single crochet just to make sure that it is set together. And this is how you're gonna do it once you're attaching the other square. And then you will just continue slip stitching all the way, and once you get to here you will repeat the same. Guys, I have come to the end here at this corner and I already slip stitched, so I'm just gonna go through here, this one and the other side, and pull through, and then single crochet. And now, so now that we join this square, now we're gonna work all the way down to here. Once we get down to here, we will just repeat the same thing, and then you will just attach the last square here. So I'm just going to continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end. So we slip stitch there. Now we're just going to go ahead and single crochets, sorry, not single crochet, but slip stitch into each stitches. So I'll see you at the end. Guys, now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to make a single crochet and chain 1 and fasten off. So this is what it looks like on the wrong side, and this is what it looks like on the right side. So you can see how nicely sewed that is. So now what we're going to do is we are going to work on the edges, go all the way around and come back down and come back to this end here. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna join our yarn here, so now that I have joined my yarn, I am gonna go ahead, chain 2 more, and that is going to count as my first double crochet. You're going to yarn over, go back into that same space, the chain 2 space, and you're going to do a cluster 3, chain 2, go back into the same space and do 3 more double crochets. And into each spaces here, you're just going to do a cluster of 3 double crochet. And you're going to do that all the way up until you get to the top. You will make a shell here. Once you finish making your shell, you will come back down. Once you get here to your last cluster of 3, I will meet back with you and I'll show you what to do next. So guys, and now I have come to my last cluster here, and this is two spaces here. We're not going to work in them, we're going to work into this shell here. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to place 3 double crochet there. So they're going to kind of look extended, like treble crochet. You're going to look longer because we're entering it from down here. So now you are going to go over to the other side and you're just going to place your regular cluster of 3 double crochet into each space. Once you get to the top where the shell is, which is a corner, you will make a shell there, which is here, and you work all the way down into each spaces. Come down here, come all the way down. Once you get to this corner, you will make a corner You will work all the way down to this corner, make a corner there, come back, and once you get to this part here, this is just like here. You're not gonna work into these space here. You're just gonna place 3 double crochet into this part, and you will continue making your cluster starting from here again. Come all the way down, you make a shell, and you repeat the same thing here. Come all the way down, and I will meet you back here where we will fasten off. So continue to do that, and I will see you at the end. Guys, now I have come to the end, and instead of fastening off when I slip stitch here, I'm gonna slip stitch into the second double crochet. So instead of fastening off, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna slip stitch right over into the chain 2 space, and then we can attach our first strap there. So there. So you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna chain 70. So once you chain 70, then I'll meet back with you. As now I have come to my 70 chains, and I'm gonna chain 1, and that is gonna be like my turning chain. So now I am just gonna go back down just to get the strap a bit thicker, and I'm just gonna do some single crochets. So you're just going to repeat that all the way down until you get to the end here. If you want to have your strap just as is, you can, but I just wanted to have a little thicker strap. So I'm just going to continue making my single crochets into each and every chain until I get back to where my chain 2 space is, and I'll see you there. So guys, now I have come to the end here, and I'm just going to make a single crochet inside our chain 2 space, just to join the strap, and then I'm going to chain 1 and fasten off. So I can weave this in later on. So once you weave it in, this is what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and join our yarn here. So this is the top. I'm just going to show you how to do it so you can do the remaining straps. So you're going to put 1 here at the next top, and then 1 on the other side. So I'm just going to give this a tie, and just as we did before, chaining 70, you're going to do 70 chains, and then you're going to single crochet all the way down. Once you reach down to the end, you will just single crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 1 and fasten off. So I'm going to continue doing that, and I'll see you at the end. So guys, and now I have come to the end, and I'm just going to finish off with a single crochet into the chain 2 space, and then I am going to chain 1. Let me just give it a tighter stitch, and I'm going to chain 1 and fasten off. And if you're seeing some fringes, I went ahead and I put some fringes on, so I will show you how to do so, and what length to cut them at. Well, it depending on how long you want your fringes to be. I actually cut these at 13 inches in length, so I will show you how to put it on because I did leave 1 to show you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and weave in this tail end. Take your time. And what I did was to just go underneath the stitches here on the strap itself. Take your time and go underneath the stitches. Make sure that it is not showing on this side. And then you can pull. Now I'm going to fasten off the remainder tail end. And this is what it looks like. So I'm going to show you how to, so I cut them in strips. So it took me a long time to actually cut these because I cut them like one by one, and I did 4 strands. So what you're going to do is you're just going to hold it like this, and you're going to make sure that it's even. It might not be even afterwards, but you can go ahead and even them up with your scissors afterwards. So this is the first space. So into each and every space that you have here going all the way around, you will be attaching your fringes. That is if you want to add fringes to this top. So once you pull it through with your hook, then you will go ahead and do it like this, and then just pull down, and once you do this, it will just give it a nice tie, and there it is. So this is what I was talking about. You can see some of it is not so tidy, so you can just go ahead and tidy it up just like this. You can do that one by one. So my blouse is completed, and once you get in the middle one here, what you will do is in the middle stitch, there's 3 stitches here, so in the middle one you will add a fringe there, and in the other one as well you will add a fringe there. So you just go all the way around until you get to this side, and you will stop here. So this is the blouse, guys. I hope that you were able to make one of your own, and I hope that you loved this tutorial and it was straightforward and easy to follow. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Until next time, bye.